Meanwhile, Boehner is trying to maintain unity in his caucus. And it is now being suggested that the reason why there will be no deal struck is because any deal that Boehner, whatever you want to call him, strikes, it will cause him to lose his leadership position. So he is waiting till after the January 3rd vote for who will be Speaker of the House amongst his Republican caucus. And this is eliciting all sorts of pleas to feel bad for John Boehner. Why, just the other day, here's Brit Hume on Fox News basically saying we've all got to feel bad for John Boehner.
If you have an ounce of compassion this Christmas season, save it for John Boehner and the House Republicans. President Obama is treating them as if he has them over a barrel headed for the fiscal cliff, and he does. This is not because Mr. Obama won re-election. After all, he won only 51% and needed the greatest voter mobilization operation in history to do it. His leverage now stems from the law, which ends the Bush tax rates on January 1st, imposing new higher tax rates and a steep set of spending cuts that fall with special force on the military.
Okay, we don't need the rest of this. There's a couple of just wonderful things. Well, first off, during Christmas, if you're going to pray for anybody, forget about those folks in the Philippines, or the tsunami, or any earthquakes, or the people out there are going to have their unemployment insurance cut, or I don't know, people who are living on $2 a day in the United States. No, make sure you save your prayers for John Boehner so that he gets reelected on January 3rd by his caucus members. And also don't forget that President Obama, who won by supposedly only 51% of the vote, if you round down for the first time in math practice. But the only reason why he did it is because he had an unprecedented ability to get people to go out and vote for him. That's not fair. You gotta, it's like they're saying, like, he had this special ability to mobilize voters. That's cheating. Get voters to come out and vote for you. I mean, does Brit Hume not realize that he sounds like a total joke, like a joke that we just heard last Saturday night?
This is a United States congressman, one that I find extremely conservative and hard to deal with. Yet at no point have I ever considered putting a rubber snake in his desk. Now, despite all of this, I wasn't going to make a deal. Despite everything they had put him through, I was willing to hold fast. But that all changed on Thursday. Because on Thursday, this man, this grown man, was pushed into the congressional ladies' washroom. Naked from the waist down.
They held me down and took my pants.
They held him down and took his pants. And he had to stand there in front of his female colleagues. One hand covering his genitals, the other trying to cover his butt crack. Neither hand succeeding. And could he leave? Could he run from the shame? No, sir. Why?
They were holding the door shut on the other side.
They were holding the door shut on the other side. I was so heartbroken to hear this, I said, look, how about this, John? If you agreed to a 1% raise on the top 2 Americans, just 2 people, I will dissolve Social Security. Dissolve it. So he took it to the Republicans in Congress, and what did they do?
They invited me to a pizza party.
And when they got there? When you got there, sorry.
It was a burned out warehouse.
Did you go inside?
Yes.
And was there any pizza?
No.
And then what happened?
They jumped out and pelted me with eggs.
Fresh eggs?
Rotten eggs.
There you go.
Rotten eggs.
Brit Hume wanting us all to feel bad. for poor little John Boehner. I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen.